Hello. I'm trying to make space in order to do my nails. I am making freebies for the BTS concert in Stanford, and my table has been taken over by supplies. Also, it's been like 6 months since I last vlogged. I don't even know. I'm gonna do a very rough cut of this because we have got no time for anything. I'm basically sneaking in a little break between things. I'm working from home today, had a doctor's appointment, all good. It was a follow-up for a condition I've been following up on since 2020. Luckily, it has not turned into anything, which is what we like. We like no surprises. We like no more scares because I've had too many scares in the last 6 years, and that is not what we're about. So, where have I been? Depressed. Depressed is where I have been. I think I talked about it a little bit in the last vlog, but honestly, I don't even remember what I said in the last vlog. I had initially recorded a very long vlog, scrapped it because I did not want to put it out into the world. I was very emotional in it, to say the least. And so I just kind of like scrapped that vlog. Don't really remember what I said in the last one. I think I said I was gonna come back, and that didn't happen. I don't know how consistent I'm going to be for a while, to be honest. This was just kind of impulsive. I was like, you know what? We might as well do a nail and catch-up update. It is now May. Today is May 6th. Is it May 6th? Is it May 5th? It is May 5th. So happy Cinco de Mayo, people. I had tequila this weekend. I don't normally drink. That was a fun time. But yeah. Maybe there will be tacos tonight. I don't know. I'm just rambling. But anyhow, I have dealt with a fair bit of depression over the last 6 months. And that is one of the many reasons why so much of what I had planned last year did not happen. Actually, it's been more than 6 months. It's been like 10 months of depression. I can't keep track of time either. I think one of the side effects of extreme burnout and being in such a low mood is that I have lost a lot of time, like mental space wise, like just in order to like keep track of what day it is, you need to have a sense of time passing, and time has not been passing very effectively for me. I had a situation last year, it will be nearly a year at the time that, I think that this comes out, and I did not expect it to hit me as hard as it did. It was a work-related situation. I didn't think it would bring me so down, but it certainly did, and it affected everything. This is kind of chunky. I don't know. Ugh, that's not nice. We'll make it work. I did not expect it to hit me as hard as it did. I didn't think I would react in the way that I did to that disappointment, but I did, and I did not finish my book. I did not. That's much lighter. This is not the pattern I was going for. We'll figure it out. It really affected a lot of aspects of my life. I will say my home is a mess. Like, I have engaged in some not great financial decisions and stuff like that. I've engaged in a fair bit of consumerism, and life has been interesting, but whatever. We're here. I'm trying to make things work. I'm trying to get back to a state of normalcy and progress. Things have been okay. There are some days where I just go like, I don't want to be at work. I don't want to be here. I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to deal with the situation I'm in. And that is not a state of mind that I wish on anyone. But you just kind of got to make it work. Like these nails. This is not the pattern I first saw. I really thought this would be much, much darker. It is nearly transparent. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, so I am in between concerts, hence financial decisions that were made. I did go to see BTS in Tampa. If you don't know this about me, I am a huge ARMY and have been waiting many years for them to come to Florida. Nobody ever comes to Florida, which is not true. Like, more people are coming to Florida. But Florida is not the place people come to, at least not the people I'm interested in. And for a very long time, I did not travel, including because of the reason I went to the doctor today. So for a significant amount of time, I have not traveled. So traveling to see groups has not been a thing for me for a very long time. And this year, despite being depressed AF, I told myself that I would just seek joy. My main goal this year is joy and boba. I am seeking joy and having a nice boba every month, and tracking them, like tracking the place and the flavor and how nice the experience was and all that. That has been the only thing keeping me going. So that's how I am addressing burnout and depression. K-pop and boba. So that's my recipe for refinding your joy in dark times. Because the times, they are dark. Everything is kind of a disaster out in the world too. So it's not just like the mental stuff going on with me. It's like my life, my job, my world, everything around us. It's kind of a hot mess. And we're all just out here trying to survive. So this is me doing the best that I can to make that work, including throwing together some nail polish and doing this as quickly as possible before I have to log in for the next meeting, which is in 15 minutes. So that gives us enough time. These dry fairly quickly. But anyhow, that's what's been happening. That's where I've been. How are you guys doing? I always like hearing from you guys. I love getting comments. I do engage, I do interact. I've been a little bit more active on Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, like my main Instagram is where I post. My writing Instagram is basically at a standstill, as are all my writing channels. Everything writing related, basically on hiatus. I'm doing final edits on book 1. I have played on, formatting in Vellum, which is super easy. I thought I would have to get used to it, but it's oh, this is so intuitive. I love it. So that is still in progress. I had told myself maybe August would be the date that I would put out book 1, but honestly, there were so many months where I just was not even able to open the draft. My initial plan, I think, if you've been following me for any length of time, was, to publish back in November, and then I had said maybe December, and basically starting in July, my writing output dropped to nearly 0, and I was not doing much of anything. I was not editing, I was not looking at the book, I was not thinking about it. That's not true. I was in fact thinking about it. I was thinking about all the pressure on myself and not doing much regardless, but slowly coming back to it little by little. So I'm being realistic. It's not going to get done by August, not at the pace I'm going. I'm always slow, and again, just mentally, I haven't been able to focus, and I haven't been there in order to focus. So there are some days where I just can't, I can't focus. I just have no ability to focus on much of anything. So I've just been taking things back to basics and just concentrating on what I can do, which some days is just take a walk and not much else. Reading has been difficult. I've had a hard time focusing on reading as well. Just everything in general has been difficult. I've never gone through depression quite like this. I've gone through seasonal depression. In the summers, I tend to get a little bit seasonally depressed, but this has been a low level funk that has followed me for the last however many months. It has its highs and its lows. I know part of it is also burnout, and I've been dealing with burnout for a little bit. This past year, just like I said, it was a lot of work related stuff that hit me real hard, harder than I expected. And that's been the bulk of where like my brain space has been in just getting to a state where I'm not completely dejected about everything, which sounds pretty dramatic and just kind of has been. Yeah, that's just where we are today. Little by little, the book will get there. I tell myself that maybe somehow all these things, are aligning so that I can put out a better book than I would originally have put out. Like that this one final review means that it'll be just slightly stronger. I know that, the best book is a finished book, is a published book, but right now this is where I am at. There are moments where like if I'm so tired and I'm trying to edit, like I'm not really doing the best work, so I just haven't. But little by little, I'm doing 25 minutes a day on most days, if not all days, and we'll get there eventually. It'll happen. Maybe this time it will be by November or December. Maybe it'll be the original goal and we'll make it work. But for now, that's where I'm at. BTS, K-pop, making freebies, doing crazy things with my nails. That's what we're doing now, and that's how we're trying to stay happy and stable. So I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're looking forward to. Let me know if you've read any good books lately. I could use some recommendations. I have a giant TBR pile, but like I just can't. Like sometimes you just need something that you don't already know about to make you come out of a reading slump. So do let me know if you've read anything interesting of late. And I will check in with you guys when I check in with you guys, which may or may not be soon, but it will be eventually. Bye.